Hello, I'm Rue, and this is my audio-visual rig rundown. This is pretty much just my rig that I can synthesize visuals for live projections or art installations. I also have my hardware synth rig that I can make electronic music and little jams. Let's get right into it. So the first part of the rig consists of a video synthesizer and a video mixer. So let's take a look at this over here. This is the ETC by Critter and Guitari, and this is the Edirol V4 by Roland. So this is a 4-channel video mixer that allows you to mix different variations of these 4 channels, and you can like fade, you can do a green screen or chroma key, luma key, colorize. Ooh, that looks cool. Oh snap. That's multi. There's like a strobe. I usually don't use that one. It doesn't work that well. There's negative. Yeah, so this is allowing me to pretty much do everything on the fly right now. I'm mixing back and forth from 2 analog video cameras, like old camcorders that are going straight in. I also have an audio input coming from my synth rig, coming into the ETC, giving it some audio to react to. I'll pull up a couple little examples of what this bad boy can do. This one's pretty cool. You can see how it reacts to my voice, and I use it for mainly lately I've been doing live projections for my musical projects and various musical projects. I've also done a few art installations with this kind of technology, just trying to implement it into my visual art. So over here, I have a Behringer 6-channel, I think it's the Eurorack 2. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Also have a Space Spiral by Earthquaker. This thing gets pretty wild. If you turn up the repeats all the way, it just becomes like a storm. Yeah, so it sounds like a space spiral, one could say. Over here, I have a Volca Beats, and I have a Septivox by Critter and Guitari. That's what you've been hearing so far. These cool little wooden buttons. Note the red cable. I'll talk about these patching and all the MIDI stuff later, but Boss ME25 multiprocessor that's designed for feet, so sometimes it can be kind of tricky to hit all the buttons properly, but I don't know, I like it. It's kind of fun. I can do stuff like this. Check 1 2 1 2, check 1 2 1 2. This is an alien from out of space. Check 1 2. So yeah, that's pretty fun at times. I also have a little vocal processor right there that I also use for my vocals. That way I can affect all my synths and stuff with the Boss, and then I can affect my vocals with the Mic Mechanic by TC Helicon. That's really handy because I can kind of just have delay and reverb on my vocals and then have my synths all dry. Speaking of synths, let's talk about some more synthesizers. Arturia keystep, pretty much driving the whole setup at times. Sending MIDI into the legendary Behringer Model D, which is a triple oscillator mono synth. If you don't know, it's a model after the original Moog Model D, or Mini Moog. I'm not sure what the correct name for the original one is. That's where the MIDI through was coming from, into the Septivox that was down there. I have the ETC by Critter and Guitari. So this thing, I sometimes use it for drum machine sounds, sometimes I use it for synthesizers or pads or samples, I mean whatever I really need it to do. Lately I've been running it into the external input of the Model D, just so I can save some space on the mixer. MIDI coming out of the key step, and I also have sync coming out of the key step that's going down over there to the Volca Beats. If I want to sync that up with the key step, I can. I have a pitch going into this. lately I've just been kind of digging that. I could honestly go on all day about the ETC just because there's so much stuff that you could do with it. It's pretty much a computer with little buttons designed for synth nerds, and you can patch different stuff. You can get into Python, I believe, or that might be the software for the ETC. Both of them are open source, both ETC and the Korg guitari organelle. So you can program your own patches and all that fun stuff. I'm running the effects into the effects loop of this mixer. That way I can affect each track with the effects bus. There's modulation, distortion, octave, and wah, delay, preamp, and all that fun stuff. I mean, they're not the best sounds when it comes to the DSP technology. I've heard better, but I don't know. It's all there, and it's what I got, so it's what I use. The drum machine, I sometimes put distortion on that. Been sounding pretty wild. Model D, I usually just put reverb on it, try to keep it as natural as possible, but the boss, it's like as soon as you put a little bit of effects into it, it kind of just like takes the whole sound and spits it back out. If all the effects are bypassed, it still saturates it. I can pan the synth if I run it through the boss, and it kind of gives the modulation, the stereo effect. Kind of sacrifice a little bit of sound quality for some more fun little things that I can mess around with. I think that's enough jibber jabber. Let's get into the fun stuff. I hope you liked this video, and remember, keep making noise.